Welcome to Golf Channel Academy. I'm your host, Martin Hall. We're here at Lake Nona Golf and Country Club in Orlando, Florida, the scene of the very first Solheim Cup, and I am delighted to be joined by someone who played in that match, Laura Davies. You're an RNA member, you're a dame. What a great place to talk about driving, hey?
Fantastic, yeah. It's somewhere I always have very, very fond memories of, that's for sure.
Well, look, people who know you know that driver was your greatest strength, 85 wins around the world. So let's talk about the driver. And in particular, what I want to talk about, or have you talk about, in fact, is how the other sports, the table tennis, the soccer, have helped you understand the impact of the club on the ball. So talk us through how that's helped you understand how to flight the ball, please, Laura.
Yeah, I think it's just hand-eye. I played hockey, I played tennis, like you said, cricket, football, or soccer, you would call it over here. And it just all helps because golf is, pretty stationary sport, but it's getting more and more athletic. And the stronger you can be, and the more idea of what you're doing when you're getting through the ball and using your body correctly to generate the power, I think all the other sports really helped me when I was younger. Well,
let's see you hit one, and let's bring out some sports thoughts here. Just launch one, Laura.
Well, yeah, this is what the modern technology now, you want to be hitting the ball, I've always been told, a little bit higher in the face. In the old days with the persimmons, when I first started playing, it was completely different. But yeah, you want a nice high launch point. I love hitting the ball high. So this one, I'm going to aim, there's a blue flag way in the distance there. Keep all the fundamentals that you've learned right, get your aim point. I'm looking where I want the ball to start off. Club head down, line my feet up, a few waggles. Now all I'm thinking, smooth takeaway, and then I'm just going to explode through the ball, mainly with my legs. That's where I get a lot of my strength from, I think, is my legs.
Well, let's have a look at one. I'm sure you will. I'm covering my ears. I expect this to be a loud noise. Well, I think about the acceleration, I think about the other sports, and, I know in your back garden, back in the day, you had a soccer pitch. What did you have? You had everything, didn't you?
Yeah, it was it was paradise. For a sports person, it was paradise. We had a tennis court, one green, and we bought a green off a really good golf course called Wisley. They were selling off one of their practice greens, so we bought that, had it put in. So we had 9 tees around the garden, soccer pitch down the front. We had a cricket net for bowling and batting. It was just, for me, it was paradise, and I miss it now.
Now, in all those sports, the acceleration is key, isn't it? I mean, you've played a lot of soccer over the years. I know I've been at Evian when you played soccer. And the acceleration through the ball. So for the viewers, they're not going to hit it like Laura Davies. But when you talk accelerate, what is it that you're accelerating?
I just think, like I say, you take it back smooth. And from this point here, all I'm thinking about is my right side. And I want it to really whip through. And as that's whipping through, obviously, the club head's got a much wider arc, and that's going to hopefully come through with maximum club head speed, and then just smash through the ball and trust that you're on line and everything's good. Don't be scared of it and get here and think that's not right. Always accelerate through the ball. That's the biggest tip I can ever give to the amateurs.
Let's see hit another one, Laura. It's so interesting to me that such a lot of good players talk about using the right side. Now, is that right knee, right hip, right shoulder, or is it just right side?
For me, it's the right hip. I want to feel that it's starting here and this is going to go crashing through the ball. That's all I really think about.
Yeah, you've still got some awfully good... Great balance there. And I know going back in the day when you would really lash at one, sometimes people would say, oh, do you know Laura gets her heels in the air?
That was in the days I was a bit younger, a bit more flexible, and I could really swing myself off my feet, literally.
Go on, swing yourself off your feet. This one for me, and this one for Mrs. Hall as well, Laura.
All right, we'll do one for hackers. Tee it off a pencil. You're not allowed to do that so much anymore. Apparently there's a height restriction, but...
There is a height restriction. Now, would you, going back... Would you actually put it on a pencil?
I did. If I really wanted a maximum carry, then I sometimes would take the eraser off the top of a pencil and tee it up. You've got to stand a bit further away from the ball. Everything else should be the same. Obviously, you've got to hover the club off the ground a bit because it's a higher starting point. Just smash it as hard as you can.
Did you enjoy that one?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, I thought you did. So that's absolutely terrific. How the other sports have certainly helped you understand how to get the club on the